Hello and welcome to part 4 of 4 on this mini-series about mismanaging property. So in the prior videos, I talked about powers of attorney for property, guardianship of property, and joint bank accounts. And in this video, I want to talk about ODSP trustees. So when I mean ODSP, I mean the Ontario Disability Support Plan, which is government funding for certain individuals who are eligible, and it is not uncommon when certain individuals have particular mental health challenges, they may be eligible for this government funding for ODSP. And what do we do if it is believed the individual is not going to spend that limited amount that they get in their best interest? So powers of attorney for property was covered in a previous video. Someone who's capable might make one for themselves. Guardianship of property, somebody could step in and apply, but sometimes it's not worth it. There's a cost involved and it's fairly onerous. It's not always easy to do. And what if the only assets the person has are just the amount coming in from ODSP each month and that is actually being spent? It's not always worth the steps of guardianship, or sometimes there's no one who's willing to spend the money or put the resources towards the guardianship process. So this is where an ODSP trustee comes into play. The authority is not quite the same as guardianship or power of attorney. It's definitely more limited, but it's good to know that it exists. So an ODSP trustee is basically someone who can accept ODSP on behalf of another person. They can't do all the things that a guardian or an attorney could do, like filing taxes or buy a house, but it's limited to making sure that at least the ODSP is being accepted by a responsible person who will see to it that it is used accordingly. So for some people, their ODSP goes straight into paying a facility such as a group home, for example. So ensuring that that happens and that the funds are not diverted to drugs or just whatever the mismanagement concerns might be. So this idea of an ODSP trustee is just another way. Again, it's more limited, and whoever acts as the ODSP trustee cannot be compensated. Whereas somebody acting under a power of attorney for property or guardianship, it is possible to be compensated for the work involved with that. That is not true for ODSP trustees. So the trustees are generally family members. It doesn't have to be, although there's some preference for an immediate family member. And this is something that is dealt with directly through ODSP. Even though I do guardianship work all the time, I've never needed to be involved. It's not, in my experience so far, it's not something that people seem to need a lawyer to do. It's a conversation with ODSP and dealing with their paperwork. Again, it's more narrow, but for some people that is all they need to step in and assist when there are concerns. So hopefully this mini series has been helpful and presented some different things to think about when trying to figure out how to assist somebody if you have concerns that they might lack capacity or be mismanaging their property. Lots more strategies and other ways to get involved and help and utilize different kind of nuanced sections of legislation. But at the very least, I hope you learned something new in this video and all of the videos, and I will see you in the next one.